A 754-pound blue marlin is hoisted before a huge crowd at Big Rock Landing Monday. This monster fish put up a monster fight against the team on the boat Inspiration. Mate Cole Wagner.
It was definitely the most intense fight I've ever been a part of.
After a 5.5-hour fight, Inspiration finally won. Angler Bruce Brown.
A long battle, 5.5 hours, and this is a great ending.
5.5 hours. Can you imagine reeling in a 754-pound fish for 5.5 hours? 19 years ago, right here at Big Rock, another crew had an even longer battle.
The fish that took 10 hours that time, I just think that it was more fish than they could handle.
Bruce Paul met that crew at Big Rock Landing at midnight in 1995.
They kept bringing the fish into the boat, but they were too tired to get it on board, and while they would let the fish lay around and catch its breath, they would then take off and run again. They were a little bit inexperienced to handle a big-sized fish. Unfortunately, it was prop cut. It had to be disqualified.
Paul says the crew from Inspiration is experienced and working hard together landed that fish in the boat. Owner and Captain Casey Wagner explains their strategy.
One thing that a lot of people don't understand is that it is really a team sport. You know, you have an angler and he's a very important part of it, but you've got to have a mate that rigs all the baits and ties all the knots and does all the work. And then the captain's got to do their job too by getting the boat in the right place to find the fish. And then when you're fighting the fish, you actually back the boat down, turn it around, spin it around in circles, chase the fish around with the boat. So it's there wasn't any time during the 5.5 hours I wasn't standing right here working on it.
While Casey worked the boat, Brown worked the blue marlin.
You've got to have a lot of determination sitting in that fighting chair for 5.5 hours.
What makes it a lot easier for the angler is this chair. First of all, it is actually hooked up to the rod, so I can hold on to this rod without holding on to anything. It's hooked onto my body, and that means you can pull in a lot of the weight just by rocking your body back and forth, and also with your feet you can apply a lot of pressure there, so it's not all the buildup on just your arms reeling in that fish. And once Team Inspiration finally got an up-close view of that big blue, they knew the battle was worth every second of that 5.5 hours.
We had our tape measures out and everything ready to go, but as soon as we saw the fish, as soon as he popped up, we were like, put the tape measures away, this one's coming home.